Now we have a problem with this stream, and that problem is that we're not getting back to our roots. We need to think about making tons of money, and there's no game that really gave me that love. Quite like Patrician IV. I have streamed this game twice before. Once as a just, hey, this is Patrician. Another time, if I'm not mistaken, as a punishment game? Yeah, probably, because this is a game that I love to hate and hate to love. Patrician IV, it's all about trading, making loads of money, setting up production lines. It's one of the most boring games imaginable, and I love it. It's so badly designed, but poorly executed as well. But there's just something about it that speaks to me. We're going to start a new campaign, despite the fact that I've been playing a bit of one in my free time, so just to show how much we care about the old ones. Delete and delete. And much as it pains me, delete. We're going to start a new campaign, why not? Free play. We need a name, and really it can't be anything other than Marvin von Riga, because we can play in Riga. There we go. I'm just going to close my eyes and go for this. Alright, that's Marvin, and I'm going to close my eyes, and oh, how did we end up on that? Who would have thought? So if you know what Patrician IV is all about, then you're probably already having pressed Alt F4 and pulled their computer's plug right out the socket because you don't want to hear any more about it. But hey, it is what it is. Keep average population to what it is. We're going to have production set to random because that makes things so much more not enjoyable, I guess. Would you say this game gives you a real Draken feeling? No, I like Draken, and I think it's a good game. Alright, let's go, Marvin. It's time to show us what you're made of. If you don't know what this game's all about, well, you're about to find out. For one, it looks pretty good, doesn't it? Looks pretty damn good. When does this game come out again? You know what? I have the power to check that. Tell me more, Steam. Why does it not go to the store page? That would be the sensible thing to do. 2011 for this, so yeah, not too shabby at all. So in this game, you play as a Hanseatic merchant. This is your world map, so to speak, and you've got to trade resources from one place to another and get your cut of the profits. Control F4 is more sensible. Why shut down the browser? Cheers, absolutely not had 'em. So, oh man, I don't even know where to start with explaining this game. Well, it all comes down to this. This is your boat. We'll be making tons of these as quickly as we can, and what you want to do in this game is buy up resources, sail to another town, and sell them. So we'll do that manually a few times, and then we're going to set up our automation for it. Firstly, though, I'm going to do what everyone should do and go to the pub. There are no sailors here for us, but there's a guy trying to sell a piece of a treasure map for only 500 ducats. I accept. And there are no pirates discovered yet. You can find various assignments. Our one there is treasure map. Doesn't tell us much, but when we flesh it out, we'll be able to find some delicious looking treasure. Now, early on, what we want to do is assess what we can buy here and who's going to buy it from us. So, what do we produce here in Von Riga? Cheese, that's an excellent good. Brick, another excellent good. Hemp, salt, clothing, ugh. So Riga kind of sucks, to be honest. The cheese is good because it doesn't need anything special to get going, but the rest of that's just a bit iffy. We also need to figure out what we have around us. Reval, Stockholm, Visby, Danzig, they're all pretty close. But this is where the meat of the action goes on. Stettin, Rostock, Lübeck, Malmö, and Aalborg, also close to each other. It's very easy to get trading done there. Still, Riga is not the best of starting positions, but it is what it is. Revel's annoying because they also produce hemp and clothing and cheese, so it's not going to be particularly great for us to trade with. And again, the hemp, and again, the bricks, but at least there is meat over in Stockholm. And Visby is piss poor, although it has the golden combination, both wood and brick. You need those two for building anything, so you always want to know somewhere that does the two. Can your ship sink in a storm for that delicious random loss of all cargo? Well, it wouldn't be random, you see them coming, but yes, I suppose it could. So first thing we're going to do is, well, I'd rather do it automatically, but I should at least show it off for one. We're going to buy up all the brick we can, up to a certain amount here. You see, as you buy more, the commodity gets more expensive. That's the price there in the center. So, I mean, when I bought these ones, you know, each unit was costing me 39, and then eventually each unit cost 40, then 41, and then everything. So we want to buy it at a sweet medium. Once it starts going above 39, that's when I'm going to stop buying it up. And that's going to be the case for all the goods that we have plenty of here in Riga. Now there are these goods like iron and honey, but it costs so much because there's hardly any available in the town. Clothing is very lucrative, but it's also a real pain in the ass to produce, so I'm not super keen on buying loads of it. So we bought what we could, and since I'm not a huge fan of Revel, I'm going to actually go south to Danzig. They also produce clothing, but what the heck. One other thing I want to check. Can I buy a ship here? You want to buy ships as soon as possible. Even if they're really expensive, they'll get your economy flowing. So we sail all our way down to Danzig, and sail out of Danzig. You think it looks awfully familiar to Riga? Well, you're damn right. I'm just watching the viewer count slump as everybody runs for the hills to get away from Patrician IV. I wish I could have gotten away from this game. I don't even know how I got it in the first place. So those goodies that we got, we want to sell them as long as they're in demand. The brick, we'd actually be not making any profit to sell it here, but we can buy more because, hey, Danzig is actually producing it. And we might as well buy up their wood as well. Nah, their hemp supplies ain't so bad, but there they go. They want quite a bit of that salt. Look at that, we make a healthy profit on it. We paid about 70 per unit, and we're selling them at 101 per unit. Also, bringing goods to a place that they don't have will increase your reputation. More on that later, if we get to later. Again, like I said, I want to buy up the clothes that they have. Oddly enough, they have plenty of cheese, but they have wine for us. Wine is good. It's worth loads of money, so we want to buy that up. Same with their iron. They have got a ton of iron, and I want it all. Well, almost all of it. Viewer reduction strats finally working. Well, the viewer reduction strats worked fine when I just didn't stream. The problem is that's kind of cheating, isn't it? You know, rather than go back to Riga, I'm actually going to go and sail around here for a wee bit. You know, I'm trusting that everything sounds okay. If it doesn't, I'm sure you'd keep me right. So we go over to Stettin. We don't even have to go in the city. We can just do it from here, but I like the city, so we're going to jump in and have a look. It's kind of dark. I don't even know where these lights are coming from. You can speak to the people. We're low on metal goods. The city wall is too small. We need metal goods. We're low on metal goods. Man, is everybody here a blacksmith? Well, that's not my concern. My concern is making loads of money. So they really want wood. There, they can have it, and we get some reputation for it. They need more metal goods, but they're certainly producing lots of metal, so I'm buying it up. And here we go. We can sell all that salt for good money. And also the cheese we can finally get rid of. But wine, they produce loads of wine actually. I want it. I really want that wine. Nice. And away we go. We'll try and make it quick over in Rostock. Hey Rostock, do you want... Well, there's lots of things they want, but metal is certainly some of it. Anywhere that produces metal goods is really going to want our metal, and Rostock is not one of them, where it does produce metal goods. Malmö? Malmö produces metal goods, so we're going to want to give it to them. They're going to want our metal bad. What else do they take? They probably want our cloths, but not enough, I say. What they really want is this wine. Like, we just sold the wine for about 720 a pop, and it only cost us 488, so we are quids in on that one. So let's go and see just how much money we can make selling off in Malmö. So take our metal, and they give us tons of money. We started off with 30k, and given that we have plenty of goods on us right now, I think we'll be making up the difference before too long. But there's a problem. There's a pretty big problem. This is tedious as hell. I am not really enjoying doing this. It's a good thing the game offers something for people like me who are just misery guts. Well, I'm buying up all your food as well. And that is automation. What I can do is go to our sea... Actually, we need a name for this. Anybody got a good name for our starting ship? You know what, you can give one to me pretty soon. We can set up trade routes, and what I'm going to do is just make a nice and easy one, right? So we know that there's plenty of metal goods being produced in Malmö. There's not a lot of goods diversity here though, is there? We're going to have our first ship just sail around here. Do I want to cut in Visby as well? No, I don't think I do. We're just going to sail around here. I think only one of you produce metal goods, which is a bit disgusting, but as long as all the iron goes back to Malmö, we're good. The SS Comfy. This is not that comfy. Not yet, at least. What I'm going to do is just right now tell him to automatically trade. So if things are good, they'll buy them. If things are expensive and we have them, they'll sell them. Nice and simple, right? Now watch our money numbers explode when we start this. So that's just route 1. I'm going to activate it, and we're also going to call the Seagull. What are we going to call it? The SS Loads of Money. Great name coming in from Saif. Then again, there's also the Isle of Riga. There's going to be a lot of ships to name, so don't worry about that. Now what our boat is now going to do is automatically buy and sell. And what we can do, to have our little bit of fun, is actually look at the goods that it has here. It sells, it buys. It basically does all that thinking that we were doing and does it for us. And I like things that do thinking for me. And our money numbers, they go up. They go hella up. They also go down because we buy up all the goodies. But that's economics for you. As we get more money and more ships and more everything, we advance in rank, which lets us do more and more things in our towns.
I bid you welcome to this beautiful city and offer you some urgent advice. Get out of town while you still can.
Igor of Riga has given us some very happy, friendly advice. He tells us, get the hell out of my town. Well, unfortunately for him, I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in buying more ships. Honestly, I want a Crayer, not a Snaika, because Snaikas are really a bit pants. But I'm going to buy the Snaika anyway, because it's all I can afford right now. It makes me money faster. What were some of those, some of the names coming in? So the Isle of Riga ship. What? It doesn't have the less than sign. Okay, we'll just call it the Isle of Riga. What we're going to do with the Isle of Riga is tell it to do trading in Novgorod. Wow, there's so much cheese being produced around here. It's maddening. There we go. It's going to start off in Novgorod, visit Raval, Riga, Visby, Stockholm, Raval again, and then go back to Stockholm. And again, it's just got to automatically trade everything. Now our money situation is going to look bad for a short while, but only a short while. Because that's economics. Get to work. And again, I can watch the goodies that it has. It's going to start off by going off to Novgorod. Novgorod is a very unfortunate city in this game. It usually starves to death. Because you can only get there with small ships. Cogs can't reach here. So good thing I made loads of money on the other shipment, because we bought up loads of cheese and apiculture. And why buy some when you can buy more, right? And around we go. Want to keep an eye on the cogs. The cogs making us plenty of dosh. Buying and selling, buying and selling. What a wonderful time. So we also get missions from the City Hall. They want us to take salt to Stockholm. I'm just going to ignore that completely. What I want is that Crayer. I mean, I could buy another Snaika, but I really want a Crayer. Crayers are fast. And they're beautiful when you upgrade them. Honestly, I want all of these ships. I should probably just take them all while I can. I need more names. I'm going to need lots of names. Because it's good to build up lots of convoys early on. Where were those names hanging up? Oh, I like that one. We're having the HMS Hey Penny. Must confuse everyone called Penny. There we go. And we're going to give it another route since we're dealing with this, and we're dealing with this. I want you to go London, Bruges, Cologne, Groningen. Just all around here, but probably not to Edinburgh. Edinburgh's really going to want all that wheat that we're producing. I don't think anywhere. No, London makes beer. Does Edinburgh make anything that we can't get elsewhere? That would be metal goods or wool. We've got metal goods there. We've got wool there. Alright. Operation Screw Edinburgh is in effect. So you can do all kinds of complicated trade things, and we will be doing those once we're in a position to actually start up actual trade thingamajiggers. And I just mucked this one up, didn't I? No, I don't think I did. No, I put something back to the start, didn't I? Put Rip in there when it needed to be there. Beautiful. Get to work, Maypenny. So I love it. They all just go around making me money. What I want to do is get better privileges in my hometown, but I need to up my everything here, and I need to build more buildings. I want to build houses. So let's have a look at this city for a moment, shall we? In fact, we can let time progress on whilst we do that. I've been having it paused and I just nail spacebar to go at the equivalent of speed 5 in this game, but it does speed 10, which is better, you see. Feke's credit card. No, Feke's not worming his way into this game. So the city right now, we can take a look at everything here. We've got all the trading that goes on. We have our own storage as well because we're here. It lists all the goods that they have and how much they demand every 10 days. That's a good thing if you want to do some calculations for supplying. It also tells you how much they produce every 10 days. Soon we'll be part of that production. Now, they have a reputation with us. This is our own home city, so reputation is generally quite good, although very soon we'll have maxed reputation everywhere because we keep selling everything everywhere. They get a certain amount of beggars coming in, and it increases by a certain amount, although the place has no extra jobs to offer, so that's not actually going up. In fact, these people are unemployed, just looking for a reason, and they've finally found a few. The population needs to live somewhere, so we got these houses. Each house can hold 100 people. And 100 people is, well, 25 workers, because you get a worker, and then I think it's his wife and his 2 kids, I guess. So you have the businesses here. They require workers. Don't need to worry about the roads and all that, or the people, in fact. People just work. Them walking around is only a visual thing. As long as there are people in the city and places for them to work, work will happen, and goods will be produced. And they'll either be brought to market here if it's an AI building, or put into your warehouse if it's one of yours. We're not in a position to build anything really right now, but I will want to build a lot of houses, because you can make damn good money off of rent. Also, you become quite popular if you house and give jobs for your people. What is in here? There's a market hall, that's for trading. Same with clicking on all the cranes. The counting house, this is our counting house where we can do lots of automation and figure out how we're doing for things. I can hire security guards as well, although I have no need of them. There's the tavern where we can get guests, hire sailors and check out pirate activity. The architect lets us build things. City hall gives us a lot of mechanics that we can't use until much later on. And then there's the ministry where we can pray for the family. No, for the business. We can donate some dosh to up our reputation. I'll give them a little bit of money right now. Completely unnecessary. And we can hold a meal for the poor. Lots of things we can do that are very altruistic and definitely not what we're going to do. That's the city. Oh, well, I did miss one thing. It's because we already went there. There's a shipyard. We can assign boats to be built, buy them straight up. I can finally get a Crayer. Unfortunately, they already have armaments, which is the last thing I wanted to see here. We can sell our ships. You would never want to do that. Order lists. Unfortunately, the AIs also order ships and they clog it up. You can upgrade and repair your ships. Now, when you request a ship, they require resources. A Snaika, for example, requires 40 wood, 10 hemp, 10 tools, 10 cloth, 10 pitch. It can't even be built unless these things are in the market. And things will get traded by AIs from city to city, but really, if you want to do any serious amount of production of boats, you gotta make sure. These two are the biggest problem though. Cloth is often quite rare to come by. Same for pitch. But I'm not about to assign any production right now. I want to buy things straight up, and oddly enough there's none available to buy whatsoever. Stettin, do you think you could sell me a boat? No, you couldn't. And the SS loads of money sails off, full of things, including spices. We love spices. Spices appear in, well, normally just Thorn and Cologne. So I'm really wondering where the SS loads of money got those from. Roxas is saying, when's the next EU4 stream? About half an hour ago. Alright, so only 2 of these right now. I want to find more boats to buy. A lot of the game's problem comes from some really horrible user interface to work with, like having to click into and out of cities to do most things. Alright, we're a wholesaler now. And that allows us to finally build things, if I'm not mistaken. Guild, give me some privilege. Yeah, I'd love to, but I need to get enough reputation to be able to produce goods in Riga. I really want to start producing goods, and I want to get these things as quickly as possible. These privileges, because they go up in price depending on how rich you are. So, question is, what can I really do about that? What I'm going to do is grab the SS loads of money, and I'm going to extend its trade route to include, I guess, Visby, Stockholm, Riga. Because then anything that I trade in Riga will up my reputation there, so get to it. What's the endgame goal, Jake, other than getting loads of money? Well, you can actually make your own cities in this game, and you can explore the Mediterranean as well. But the end goal is whatever you set that goal to be. And for me, it's make loads of money. There's something in the water here. You just say some castaways from Ripon. Well, too bad for them, they're going to Malmö. They're not very impressed, they only give us 100 ducats for it. But that, as they say, is that.
I see you are helping me develop my city. Keep up the good work.
I'll be getting a lot of that terrible voice acting. But part of being terrible is what makes it so good. So we have got 44% happiness over in Riga, so we go to the guild, and we can finally produce, well, goods. What goods can we do? Well, anything other than cheese, which is not helpful whatsoever. I really want to produce lots of cheese, because food is good. Let that be a lesson. Right, unfortunately people keep putting all these ships, or assigning all these ships for construction, which means it's going to take forever for us to get our own ones. I really like Crayers, but cogs are, you know, better. Oh well, we're going to start assigning lots of ships and buying them wherever possible as well. Oh, here's a right joke. Dear Marvin von Riga, I am Viggo Lundgren. You've probably already heard of me. Yeah. Would you be able to help me out? An unlucky set of misfortunes almost totally ruined me. With enough money, my business would be striving again. I'll pay you back. Sure, let's do that. Let's see if he actually pays us back. That's not money I'm going to be scared to lose, but really, that guy's an asshole. Speaking of whole, can't be a wholesaler if you don't have a huge number of ships. So wherever possible, I'm going to be buying up. The best case scenario is they're available to just straight up buy. Otherwise, I'm just going to order ships. The more the merrier, so I'm happy enough just assigning mostly Crayers right now. Cogs are better, but I'm not drowning in money also. Piece of a treasure map, always take it. The treasure is always better than whatever you pay for it. Still not showing me much, but that's okay. Can cogs make it to Thorn and Cologne? They cannot. They can't go to Thorn, Cologne, or Novgorod. If we look at the SS, loads of money though. I want to look at its trade route. It's a special one you get at the very start. It can go to all these places. But otherwise it would be a red cross on Novgorod, Thorn, and Cologne. They can reach Bremen and Hamburg, though. I guess they're just chunky enough rivers. Ugh. Who would want to call a river chunky? So I'm finding all these places where they don't already have orders. Now I'm getting those Crayers. Crayers are fast. I like them. And they hold 50% more than a Sniaka. Less maneuverability, but what are you going to do? Maneuverability is for scrubs. I got a lot of problems with this game. One is that the music just cuts out when you jump from place to place.
I see you are helping me develop my city. Keep up the good work.
Marvin? The game really does not want me to have well, a lot of anything right now. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Riga wanted me to increase production, right? Oh, they also want me to give them gold. That's an even bigger laugh. Cheese is selling so well in the Hanseatic League. We've decided to pay whoever builds 2 production plants a bonus. That's one of the best missions you can get in the game. Unfortunately, I can't produce cheese because I need permission from the guild, and the guild require me to be the rank of merchant, whereas I'm just a wholesaler. Tell me how that works. Now, to advance beyond that, I need some workers. But really, I'm not so sure I want to be producing much in Riga. I need somewhere that will get me wood and brick and at least one type of food that isn't cheese. Now, the reason I want that is I want a place where I can get both the building materials instantly, and every city needs at least 2 types of food so that they can actually prosper. Otherwise, they will fall into starvation. Hick. So grain is fine since I have access to salt. Meat is also fine. Hell, meat is really good. It sells for decent money. So Danzig would be perfect if it actually had food. I mean, I would rather have food than clothing because wine is pretty sweet unless you overproduce it. Then you're in trouble. And preferably somewhere that isn't too far away from Riga as well. Honey does not count as food. Mead also does not count as food. You know, perhaps my my desires were too extreme here, because a lot of places are just laughing at my attempts to have a decent. Wow, I'm getting bad rolls on all of these. Bruges is saving the day. There's stockfish there, and Riga produces hemp. So we might settle for in Bruges. Wow, we have got such garbage cities. Where can we get meat though? Was it just Stockholm? Oh, Oslo's there to save us actually. Oh, sorry, Bergen, Whatsits. It has the 2 building materials. It has salt, which is fed by wood, and meat that only needs salt. And mead is a pretty nice extra to have as well. Alright, Bergen's looking amazing. So I want to set up home in Bergen. Bergen. Someone's going to have to tell me how to pronounce that, because we're going to be saying it a lot. Trouble is I have no boats to really even get there, so I need a boat on the double. I don't want to break my boats away from their very lucrative missions that they're on right now. I also am not really in a position to build more boats until I get a bit more dosh. That's a bit more dosh. Thank you. Oh, now we're also talking. I want that cog, but it costs a lot of money. And that's my least favorite kind of money to have to pay, at least. Don't know why its price is fluctuating, but there's a lot of things in this game that you just don't understand. Honey does not count as a type of food. Ha ya ra. You sound like Link. Oh man, much as I want that cog, that's a lot of money to pay for something that has limited space there. I mean, if I'm going to buy something, I'd rather it was a something a bit cheaper. Then again, money is money. No, I'm pretty confident we can do better than that. But only having 2 ships right now is pretty bad. I'm not kidding, you want lots of ships very quickly. So I'm just going to assign Crayers everywhere. I'm also going to check and see if I can actually get another membership. Good, I can. But that means I'm going to have to actually bring goods to Bergen so that I can actually have enough reputation. Good, there's no problems at the moment. You already requested a Crayer. Well, make me another. Odd for me to build so many Crayers when it's cogs I'm normally building left and right, so let's change that. Well, I would if I had any semblance of money. There we go, that's dosh. So we can let things carry on until I actually get some money right now. Although maybe some people will sell me, well, I was hoping for a piece of a treasure map, but you can't win everything.
I see that you are helping me develop my city.
Keep up the good work.
Jake, have you ever played any other games in the genre? Port Royale, for example. Yes, I did play Port Royale, and really it's just a reskinned Patrician IV. So with that in mind, I have to ask myself, what was it doing for me that Patrician IV wasn't already? And the answer was really nothing. I would rather be playing around with the Hanseatics than playing around over in the New World. This is a crappy place, Groningen. The church is pretty run down. There's no shipyard, just not a nice place to be. Plus, it's called Groin, who would want to be there? Oh, now we're talking. Give me that Crayer. Yes. Alright, so this Crayer is the SS Wildcard. I'm calling that one right now. And it's going to be the one that we shoot about ourselves. And what I want to buy are some fancy things that they don't get over in Bergen. Which is just about anything. They're certainly going to want mead though. Not mead. What am I even trying to say? I don't know. Fancy things that they can't get up there is what I need to buy up right now. Preferably, I go to Cologne and I get some spices. Spices cannot be produced in the Mediterranean, but they are imported to Thorn and Cologne. Now I've got limited space on this here rust bucket. I'll do everything I can. Can you become leader of a town in this game? Yes, you can build your own towns even. Okay, they don't have a whole load of spices here, but they have honey, which is what they're going to want. I wonder if they're going to get any spices brought in. I'm going to poach them if they do. Oh nice, Stettin's up and on the go. Well, I need to wait for my boat to be there and take advantage of it. Come on, I want those spices. Oh, there we go. Wow, I missed a great moment to buy up loads of them, but thank you. They don't like me because I just bought their expensive spices when they didn't have that many of their own. Yes! That's a ton of spices for me. Anything else good you got? Yeah, you got some salty fish stuff. Mead is already produced up north, so there's no need for a lot of that. Plenty of bricks though, but again, they produce that stuff. I'll bring them some of London's finest beer as well, and then everything's going to be great. This game's very realistic. Everybody wants lots of beer. So with this, we should get everything we need to have plenty of reputation over in Bergen. Okay, Bremen also has a ship for us. You can't actually jump into a city unless you have a trading... unless you have a ship that's already part of a convoy, or you have a counting house there. Also treasure map, thank you please. This tells me nothing. You need to find the red X on the map first. So we have a Crayer, so what we're going to do is build ourselves a convoy. And where were those names? Jake, people are watching you play a game they have no idea what to do in. Now, they might have an idea, but Sid's got it more correct. 505 viewers, I think your fan base is seriously mentally ill. Aren't we all? Aren't we all? Not seeing many of the ship names though, and I fear that they have scrolled off. So we'll give it a good name. And yeah, you just want loads of trade routes because there's always plenty of money to be made, especially if it's going to places that have complementing trade goods. So I mean, this place does. Well, it's going to need apiculture, but whatever. Stuff over there. If only it was somewhere that actually made beer around here, but there is not. That seems good enough. And we just have them auto-trade. Auto-trade is nice because it's just fire and forget. It's very hard for a ship not to make you money when it's on auto-trade.
I see you are helping me develop my city. Keep up the good work.
Alright, so here we are in Bremen. We've never... Bremen, Jesus. We're here in Bergen. They don't have any boats for us to buy, but I can always order myself another cog. They produce wood here, so there shouldn't be any problem getting that. Now, I'm not popular here. I could change that by donating money, but why would I do that when I can sell them goods? Have some wool. They're okay with that. Have some honey. Not so caring about that. Have loads of wooden goods. Metal goods, rather. Oh, they like that. They like that. Have some cloth. Yes. Food. Everyone loves food. Now, have some spices. They love that. Oh, and a beer, of course, but that didn't make such an impact. I'm going to have to bring in a few more doses of, well, everything for them to be a bit happier, but that's okay. Maybe I gave them a bit too many of my spices. So in the meantime, I'll just buy up what they had, ship it elsewhere, and come back when there's more. For example, they'd probably quite like some wine. Wine was produced down in the likes of Danzig, so we'll head over there. So we've got plenty of our ships available now, London and Stettin. I gotta go to Stettin and get that other ship working. There's no point in having ships if they ain't working and you want them.
You are helping me develop my city. Keep up the good work.
We have the SS West London. I saw that name popping up. Yeah, I'd love to put you in London, but we already have someone doing all this, so why don't we just do that. I mean, I could sort these out to be a bit more prudent of what they're producing, but they're going to make money anyway, so just get on with it. Now the SS Wildcard is what I brought here because I wanted to shift away some of this. Heck, most of this. Well, probably shouldn't have got rid of the metal goods. I kind of need those for making the people up in Norway happy, including the beer, but I came here for... Wow. Okay, so this I wasn't aware of. It seems that other places are getting plenty of spices. Bruges and Stettin. Spicy. Well, all I'm really looking for is to buy up enough goods to make these people like me. So once I do that, then I can set up my own counting house there. And you want to set them up early when it's still relatively cheap. Actually, we are full of stuff here. Even though I'd love some cloth. Take the mead, give me the cloth. Take some beer, give me more cloth. Take all my beer, give me all the cloth. Still not happy. Take a little bit of my spices, and a little bit of this. Cloth is wonderful, I'm so glad they have plenty of it in Rostock. But where are they getting their wool from? A mystery for another time. Onwards to Bergen. London's still sitting there with a free ship of ours, so I'm going to go and grab it. Oh, just like I'd like to grab that Crayer. But I could... It would be a lot cheaper just to assign the construction of some. So I'll get myself another cog. Okay, so here's the Crayer. It's going to be our McBoaty face, which the very very creative Dr. Aftish is coming up with. And you know what? I'm almost exhausting the amount of manual routes we have going here. So I want to check some of these guys. Yeah, we have that going on. The Isle of Riga takes care of that. If I'd given them better names, it would be easy to know where they're going. This guy's kind of exploded in his in the size of where he's going. SS West London just does that in the east, of course. And the wild card has no particular route, so what I'm seeing for McBoaty Face is just take care of that. Notice that I'm making money a lot faster now, but we're not done yet. I don't care where my people get their ships repaired at. That's what this does. It's a toggle for repairing there. And then there's this. I guess that's just for if you don't want to break your route, but you don't want to go somewhere. Yeah, get to work. Make me dosh, McBoaty Face. Lost the SS Wildcard. Wait, where were you again? Oh yeah, I'm trying to get into Bergen. Jake, you need a route to Edinburgh. Need is a relative term. Edinburgh produces no food. It produces, okay, wood, but it has no metal to make metal goods. It produces wool. These are crap, really. Edinburgh is worthless. Bergen's worth lots. But I really want to be part of this place, so we're giving them everything we can just to improve our standing in the city.
I see you are helping me develop my city. Keep up the good work.
Yeah, so close and yet so far. I mean, I could actually just donate some money to make them like me. Because if I want to join their guild, if I can find their guild, here we go. Oh, well, I've got plenty. What am I even moaning about? There we go. Unfortunately, I still need to be a bit more liked around here. And yeah, I could still donate for it. But that's money that I'd rather not spend here. I will, however, commission a counting house.
You're commissioning a counting house? For your own sake, you should leave it at that.
Oh, trust me, I have now got my claws firmly in you Norwegian scum. And this is gonna be my money pot. I think you already use this route that you try to set up for McBoaty Face. It's fine having multiple ships on the same route, because I mean, it could take you weeks to go around a whole route, at which case you've missed plenty of trading opportunities. If you have several boats, especially if they're very much out of sync or going in the opposite direction, they can do you some damn good. So yes, now I need to think about Bergen. I need reputation here, and I need lots of everything here. Money, reputation, everything. Still, the wild card isn't doing me particularly many favors right now. What can I bring Bergen that they don't have tons of? It's actually a very well supplied city. Where even makes pelts, cheese, and pitch? Anybody seen any pitch? Anybody seen any pelts? If I got a roll with no pelts whatsoever, I'm going to be so unhappy. I'm also going to be mystified because that shouldn't be possible. I'm sure it's somewhere and I just haven't noticed. I'm sure it's somewhere. Really though? No. Okay. The only place
I
that does
see you are
balance.
helping me develop my city. Keep up the good work.
Nice. Danzig's got my back. Nobody there, though. So our assignment was completed. Amazingly, that guy that we lent all that money to actually gave it back. That's very rare. Normally what they do is they say, I can't pay your money back, here's 1,000 ducats. And then you get the option to either suck it up or to extort more money out of them. And extorting them makes you lose reputation in that city. And you go, what? And extorting still doesn't even give you the amount of money that you originally gave them. So it's a little bit infuriating and a pointless mission overall. Okay, enough ranting about that. Let's just buy up some stuff. Here, take some spices for
I
your
see
trouble.
you are helping me develop my city. Keep up the good work.
Oh, I will. It'll be the best work. We actually have a couple of options. We could either turbo boost Riga or turbo boost Bergen, or do none of them. It's really up to us what we want to do. But what I need to do is get a load of workers. And the most important thing you can really do is produce tons of wood and brick, because those are building materials that you're going to need everywhere. On top of that, you need plenty of what, Jake? Try to follow your train of thought for once. You need plenty of food, or else the place is going to starvation and just die. But like I said, we've made sure that we have two places that produce different types of food. So as long as we get plenty of meat produced in Bergen, and plenty of cheese from Riga, and that we trade plenty between them, then everything will be fine. Speaking of... Okay, I need to be a merchant before I start producing cheese. That's okay. Gold for Riga. How about you gold? Screw yourself. I'm short on money because I haven't been spending enough time trading like I should, but what you gonna do? I'm gonna buy up your meat is what I'm going to do. And sell you these pelts that I know you love. And a bit of those too. Really, the SS Wildcard has done its thing. It has no cannons, I keep thinking that they do. So I'm just gonna give you your own trade route. I'm gonna say you can go and do that. It should keep you somewhat stocked up. Good. SS interest per annum. Jeez. Okay, Danzig. I need one of my boats to be there. Preferably very soon. Same for Visby. Oh, would you look at that? We're in Visby. And it's a cog, which is even better. So, the Lone Shark. Lone Shark? Lone Shark? No, we can do better. The Lone Shark. Great name, don't you agree? What are you even going to do? You're stuck to mainland area, so... I don't think we trade this way enough. That kind of makes these guys trade with these guys. Cuts out Bruges. I'd rather Bruges was included since they tend to get a lot of spices real fast. We can actually just have a bigger one here, right? There we go. Complicated route, takes 3 weeks, but it's not very incestuous. This isn't very fun, this part. If you move your mouse when clicking on one of these, it sets it right up there for some ungodly reason. I think this game was made by 5 incredible enthusiasts of the economy, and like one UI designer who was mostly on vacation. Anyway, there you go, Lone Shark. Go and make me buckets of ducats. Where else did I need to grab something from? I think it was Danzig.
I see you are helping me develop my city. Keep up the good work.
Oh, I will. Be the best work you ever saw. No more ships for us, but nothing's being ordered, so why don't we order another cog? Whilst this Crayer... When's the SS Chie? There you go. There you go. We'll give it the trash route, the Novgorod. Novgorod has utter garbage though, why would I be going there? There you go, nice and simple. So one real, well, they're all real reasons. One main reason that we're having so many of these guys set up is that each of these convoys, it's a convoy even though it's one ship. Let's have a look at though. Here's our convoy, it's one Crayer, whoop-de-doo. We could organize it if there were more ships to add to it and they can be as large as you want. Eventually you'll want convoys of dozens of ships that carry hundreds of thousands of units because you need all your goodies sent far and wide. All the goods that it holds. And here's the thing, so you have a cost per day for each of the ships in it. Naval battles, I don't know why that's there, it's not important. And you start with a randomly rolled captain, and he has different skills here. So combat experience makes him better at fighting, which is utterly worthless for us. Trade experience makes him faster at making deals, that's good, I guess. Navigation, so you can actually move faster, maybe? I'm actually not that sure what that does. But you need at least 3 points in it to go to the Mediterranean, that's important. And how fast you can repair. So get to work, you already are. I want to have a look at what we have captain-wise. What I'm looking for is somebody that has a 3 in navigational skill, and it's very unlikely I'm going to have anyone like that right now. Actually, my captain's below generally here. That's a shame. But I will want someone who has level 3 navigation before too long so that I can get myself over to the med. I ain't lending you 26 grand, get out of here. Increased production here. Meat would be perfect. Please build some meat factories. You know, I would love to build some meat factories. Unfortunately, I need a special privilege for that. I want that special privilege, but again, we need to be a merchant. And to do that, we need workers. So let's get to work on, well, the workers. What we need for that is obviously to build some places where we have workers. And... let me just check something for one moment here. I have a lot of information about this game which I can refer to every now and then. So we are in Bergen. Okay, it can have a good max population. Just needed to check that, you see. What we're going to do is build this stuff, and I've always tried to build it as far away from the city wall as possible, because there's a mechanic in this game where the city wall actually grows, and if the AI does it, they will put the walls out at each of these points, here, 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 and here, as far as it can to encapsulate everything. So let's say they're going to build a new, bigger wall, and you know, there's something here, and there's something here. This part of the wall will go out like woo, bump, and then just zoom right back in here, follow this, and then just have a little boop to encapsulate this. Basically a waste of time. So you want to build your things as far away as possible. Also, there's an awesome exploit where you can make your city grow outside of the walls. But I mean, who exploits games? Sorry, passé.
You no longer need to try to produce goods here. I have everything under control.
That was awful. Let's try that again. Oh, this is the worst part of the game, by far. And this is not a particularly great game. When building buildings, they kind of snap into a 2x4 and kind of don't. And it's pretty difficult to control. The roads build themselves. It's a catastrophe. So we got all this wood stuff. Do I want some more? It costs like 9 grand to build more. No, that'll do for this. And then I'm going to build some clay pits. Clay pits can go on this side.
I have already
2,
told you
3,
a number of
4.
times that I do not appreciate your continued expansion in my city. You are disturbing my business.
I don't think he likes me, but I can't be sure about that. Might as well build some warehouses. 1, 2, 3, 4 will do for now because I'm out of money. And then we just sit back and hopefully make a lot more money. Yeah, not bad. That money is rolling in. As well it should. Whilst we look at the halfpenny making us, well, plenty of ducats. Where is the halfpenny? Look at it go.
The goods produced in your new business will be delivered to your counting house daily. From there, you can do whatever you want with them.
Good.
I see you are helping me develop my city. Keep up the good work.
I'm working on it. So we need 25 workers to advance to the next level. We'll get that really quickly. We'll also get extra boats. I know where Stettin is. It's right next to the SS Chie. Are you working? Yeah, she is. She's working pretty good. Since deep down we all know that this is a waifu channel, why don't you yell out your waifu's name and we will add them as convoy names. And we can start off with this Crayer whilst I try to think of where it's gonna go. I mean, truthfully, Bergen needs to get loads of supply going, but Cog would be better for this area, so I'm kind of skeptical about that. Riga needs to eat though. If I see people listing multiple names, I think they're gonna have to just go. Alright, looks good. Everybody's going SS. How about the SS Lucky 1X in order of the purest of maidens? Wow, jeez. Keep it nice and simple. Alright, get to work, Bo. Now, Bergen, there's a lack of building materials. That's not surprising, because I commissioned all these buildings. Oh yeah, so I just kind of did it without really explaining. You just thunk down buildings. They'll be built eventually, assuming the goods are on the market. We got a shortage of brick here. Who would have thought? Brick is very much needed for just about everything you build here, especially houses. I'm trying to build some warehouses as well. So the cost of building something is a base cost plus the material cost from buying it on market. So if it's cheaper on the market, it's going to be cheaper to build. But that's not really something you have to worry about min-maxing, because if it's very expensive on the market, then you can just sell it to market and make back all the money there. There's no cut to be had. So yeah, it'll take a while to build, but let's look at these guys. They can't build at all because the marketplace is short 66 wood and 155 brick. Well, they can get the wood pretty quickly, but I think they
see
only...
you are helping me develop my city.
Go away. I think they only check for it periodically, so we're certainly still waiting on that. Alright, I am just about to become a not wholesaler. Beautiful. Not so beautiful. Remember when I said that the city building part is the worst part of the game? I might have been completely ignoring the fact that there are pirates in this game, and the pirates are the worst thing in this game. You can't destroy them. They will raid your ships constantly. Combat is arse, unless you do auto combat, in which case you are always going to suffer some horrible loss. So you can treat them as just a constant tax upon your trade fleets, a constant annoyance, because if they raid one of your ships and you don't have protection for them, then they just take a whole bunch of your goods. Not all of them, but a fair bunch. Use a real wife's name, SS Nemesis.